No, I'm not leaving! No way! I am not going to let you marry someone other than me, damn it! And if I can't marry you, then I'm gonna ruin this wedding!
You seriously going to do this? Today's supposed to be the best day of my life, and now you've completely ruined it. This isn't funny.
Well, it is to me! Now everyone knows that you used to date a troublemaker like me! You must be so embarrassed right now! Troublemaker? Give me a break. You're just some juvenile delinquent. Look around you, idiot!
And that's when Utaka, my ex-boyfriend, realized that he had gotten himself into a huge mess. My name is Sakura, and I'm a 26-year-old temp worker. I never renew my contracts with any of the companies I work with, and change companies every 2 years. There's a reason why I do this, but I haven't told anyone about it, so from the outside looking in, I bet I seem like a quitter. And to be honest, I don't blame them. I'd feel the same way. And people would often make fun of me for switching jobs so often, but I knew what I was doing. I was also confident in my ability as a temp worker, so it wasn't hard for me to ignore those people. But my ex-boyfriend, Utaka, was especially annoying and persistent in this regard. He kept making fun of temp workers like me for no reason at all. He was fine with me being a temp worker at first, but as soon as he got a promotion at work, he started ridiculing me and looking down on me. I guess he's just full of himself now.
Oh, hey, temp. I can't believe you made me wait this long for you. I'm busy, unlike you, you know. You should really learn to respect other people's time.
I'm sorry, I did text you that I was gonna be late, but...
Remember, you're just a temp. You barely do anything meaningful at work, so you better know your place.
Hey, that's so rude and unnecessary. Why does it matter that I'm a temp? I'm still working hard every day, just like you. What difference does it make, huh?
Oh, so you're butthurt now because you can't become a full-time employee, huh? That's so embarrassing. The only reason you're a temp right now is because no one's willing to hire you full-time. Meanwhile, I've been getting promoted left and right, and now I'm overseeing a very important project for my company. But man, as long as you're a temp, I won't be able to marry you. It'd be too embarrassing for me.
He's making it sound like I'm dying to get married with him, but I can assure you that I'm not. The opposite is true, actually, and it's embarrassing that he actually thinks that. Not this again. You know, I never said I wanted to marry you. I still haven't made up my mind yet.
Oh, come on. I know you don't mean that. You're a woman. I'm sure you want nothing more than to get married with me as quickly as possible and quit your job so you can become my personal maid. Just admit it.
Look, I have plans for the future. Don't think for a second that your stereotypes apply to everyone in the world. Some people want to wait before they get married.
Oh God, this is so embarrassing. Are you seriously acting like your career means something? You're just a temp worker. Your career means nothing.
What the hell? We haven't seen each other in weeks, and this is the first conversation that we have? You need to cut it out now. And from this conversation, I felt that I was no longer able to be with this man. He was just too condescending and full of himself. But that's when he realized that I wasn't in a good mood, and he started yelling at me.
Hey, watch it! I'm giving you some advice, you know! You should be grateful that I'm even willing to put up with you!
But you're always so pretentious and condescending. Obviously, I'm not going to take any advice from a man who doesn't respect me.
I can't believe you actually feel that way! You know what? If you're gonna act like this, then I might have to consider breaking up with you.
Okay then, let's break up.
What? You're not serious, right? If you do break up with me, you're never gonna be able to date anyone that's half as talented and rich as me. You really lucked out when you landed me, and you're just gonna let it all go to waste?
Well, if you're considered talented, then I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who are geniuses. I don't think I'll miss you at all.
God, you're so annoying, aren't you? You know what? Fine. Who cares about you anyway? Don't come crying back to me, alright?
And so, that's how my boyfriend and I broke up. It was quite an ugly breakup, to be honest with you. He was really outgoing and nice when we first started dating, but now I know what kind of person he's actually like. I'm glad I broke up with him. Hey, Sakura. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. So what's up? Well, I heard from someone that you broke up with Utaka, and just wanted to check in on you to see how you doing, sugar pie. Oh, really? Wait, who told you about this? Utaka told me himself. I see. It's not something I want everyone in the world to know about, but you should be happy that you were able to free yourself from that asshole. He didn't deserve you. Oh, and by the way, I'm going out for a couple of drinks with some of my friends from high school, and I was wondering if you wanted to show up. I don't want to bring y'all expectations up too much, but there's gonna be some good-looking boys there. And so, I decided to attend the party, and that's where I met Haruto. He's a very good-looking, tall, and extroverted man, and he was very respectful about my career, unlike Utaka. It felt like he really valued and respected me. He would call me at work when he wasn't busy and...
Hey Sakura, do you think we can see each other tonight?
Yeah, I can wrap up work early today so we can go out for dinner.
Oh, great! Then do you want to go to that wine bar that you said you wanted to check out?
Oh, that place? Yeah, I'd love to go.
Great! Then it's a date. I'll get a reservation for 6:30 p.m. So let's meet up at the station beforehand and head to the bar together.
Thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to it. He always pays attention to what I say, and he takes me out on dates almost every week. We knew immediately that we were right for each other, and it didn't take long for us to start dating. Up until that point, Utaka was the only man that I had dated. I thought his behavior was normal, but after I started hanging out with Haruto, I learned that Utaka was being very disrespectful and manipulative. He never really loved me, and he only saw me as a woman that he could take advantage of. I'm really glad I got out of that relationship before things got really ugly for me. But man, my life has been going so well lately. It looks like it won't take long for me to forget about Utaka entirely and start a new chapter of my life. And so that night, I stayed up until the morning drinking and chatting with Haruto. I always had the best time with him. But that went on for about a year, and on the 1-year anniversary of our relationship, we decided to grab dinner at an expensive sushi restaurant.
Man, I'm so excited! I'm so glad I saved up money for this!
Yeah, we've been working really hard for this, and now it's finally gonna pay off.
I heard everything on the menu here is going to be market price, so I brought a lot of money with me.
Yeah, and we can't use our cards here, so it's great that you did. Now, shall we head in?
Alright, let's do it. Here we go!
And so, we held each other's hands and walked into the sushi restaurant, excited to try some good sushi. When we walked in, we were greeted by a friendly-looking cook. The interior of the restaurant looked old, but was clean and organized. The cook must have sensed that we were nervous because he said this to us.
You guys can relax in here. Come on over to the counter.
And so we sat right in front of the cook in one of the counter seats. Thanks to him, our nerves were eased up a bit.
We were supposed to order omakase at these types of places, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I guess there's no turning back now. I'm gonna order 2 for us then.
And that's when Haruto called out to the cook and ordered 2 omakase sets for us both.
Yep, 2 omakase is coming right up.
And after a couple of minutes, the cook served a beautiful platter of sushi to us. I hadn't gone to an expensive sushi restaurant in ages, so when I saw how beautifully the sashimi had been cut, I almost started crying. I was that impressed. Oh my god, these are so beautiful.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's eat!
Yeah, let's do it. And man, the food definitely lived up to our sky-high expectations. Everything tasted wonderful. Every time we ate a piece of sushi, we just stared into each other's eyes and smiled. We couldn't have been happier with the experience. And the cook seemed really happy to see us enjoying our food as well. And eventually, we finished eating everything. Man, I'm actually so full now.
Yeah, everything was great. Thank you for the food, sir.
Well, I'm just glad you guys enjoyed. It really does mean a lot. Huh? Is that Sakura?
What?
Oh, it actually is you! That's hilarious! Why the hell are you here, Sakura?
That's when my worst nightmare, Utaka, showed up out of nowhere. I never thought in a million years that I would run into him here. That's none of your business.
Well, it kind of is. You're still a lowly temp worker, right? You can't afford to eat at a place like this. I mean, if you were making as much as I was, it would make sense for you to be here, but...
Oh my god, you're still going to annoy me over this? Grow up already. I was so tired of dealing with Utaka's BS that I let out a big sigh. But that's when Haruto, who was silently observing our conversation, said this to get ourselves out of this situation.
Excuse me, but we're on a date right now. Could you not bother us, please?
What? Who the hell are you? This is none of your business.
Well, who are you, huh? And as I said, we're on a date right now. Please, don't ruin our amazing night.
Look, I'm gonna be asking the questions here, alright? Now answer my question. Who are you? For your information, I'm Sakura's ex-boyfriend. I used to be pretty famous around here for being a big troublemaker.
Sure, but we're both adults now, right? It's kind of embarrassing to hear you still clinging onto your past and bragging about it.
What the hell did you just say? You know, you really should watch your tone. If I wanted to, I could call all of my friends, and they'll come rushing over to help me out.
While Haruto and Utaka were talking, I decided to order something that people usually order before they have their meals. Sir, could I have some egg rolls and miso soup, please? The cook gladly accepted my order and went in the back to prepare everything.
You're ordering miso soup? You're at an expensive sushi restaurant and you're choosing to get miso soup out of all things? That's hilarious! I guess you really can't afford the more expensive items on the menu, huh? I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from you now.
What? What are you even talking about? Could you just stop bugging us, please? It's annoying.
Oh, come on, stop being so stubborn. With a personality like that, no man's gonna want to marry you.
Oh, don't worry, sir. We're gonna get married next month. And we're hosting a wedding in about 6 months as well.
What?
That's right. Haruto proposed to me a while ago, and we're engaged right now. Currently, we're making preparations to host our wedding and getting officially married. Utaka seemed to be in disbelief when he heard that. The news shocked him so much that he started freaking out. But one of the waiters eventually kicked him out of the restaurant.
I will never let you guys get married, damn it!
Utaka was dragged away by the waiter while screaming at us. It was kind of sad to watch, really. What right do you have to stop us, huh? Nothing he says makes any sense.
There. It's all over now. He's gone.
So, you guys are getting married soon, huh? Congratulations! Is it alright if I cook up some stew for you guys? It's on the house. Just consider it my way of congratulating you guys.
Wait, are you sure? Yeah, we'd love some stew. Thank you so much. And so, we were congratulated by the cook and the other customers that were eating at the restaurant. As we finished eating our stew, we had completely forgotten about our encounter with Utaka, and a few weeks went by after that. During that time, we continued to prepare for our wedding. We also started looking for a new apartment where we could move in together. But that's when the same friend that introduced me to Haruto reached out to me and told me this. Hey, Sakura! Utaka is spreading some weird rumors about you again. Wait, really? Do I even want to hear what it is? I guess I have to. What's he saying? He's telling everyone that you actually still like him, but he decided to dump you. So you had no choice but to marry Haruto as an alternative option. That's literally what he's been telling everyone. It isn't true, right? Obviously not. That's not even funny, actually. Does anyone actually believe that? Oh no, of course not. Besides, we go out drinking all the time. We know how close you guys are. And we always make jokes about how perfect you guys are for each other. And everyone that Utaka has been telling his lies to knows you and Haruto very well. So everyone knows that his stupid rumors are just lies. Don't you worry, Sugar Plum, we all on your side. Thank you so much. That's a relief. And we're all looking forward to your wedding as well. And when I told Haruto about this incident...
Guess we just have to ignore him, though. There's nothing we can really do about it. And besides, if he actually loved you, he wouldn't do these things to you. There's just no use wasting our time on him.
Man, I'm so glad I'm marrying him instead of Utaka. He's a much better man than Utaka. I can't wait to get married to him. But I won't have to wait much longer because our wedding is tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow's finally the day.
Yeah, it's finally here. Man, I'm so nervous that I can't even sleep.
Me neither.
I just hope that Utaka doesn't try to do anything to mess it up. I hope he just stays out of everything.
I doubt he's that insensitive. This is the most important day of our lives. I think he understands that and will show some respect for us.
Well, I really hope you're right. I was a bit worried about what might happen, but it was no use worrying anymore because the big day was finally here. Our wedding was a big success, and we then moved on to the after party. We finished changing into our party clothes and sat down at our table, but that's when everyone started whispering. Something was going on.
Hey, sorry for being late, but I'm here to congratulate you guys on your big day. You better be grateful I'm here.
What? I never invited you, asshole.
Man, it was a pain in the ass looking up where and when your wedding was. But I can't believe you'd marry this asshole. I'm a much better looking man than him. Wouldn't you agree?
Huh? Are you calling him ugly?
That's right. I mean, just look at him. It's no question who's a better looking man.
Have you ever looked in a mirror? Your face is a disaster.
Stop being so jealous, Sakura. I know you're still into me. Just look at me. I'm handsome, I'm good at my job, I'm everything you could ask for in a man.
Utaka was so full of himself, it was annoying. He has zero self-awareness. It's crazy. I don't need you ruining the best day of my life. You need to leave right now. I tried pushing him away. That's when I decided to talk with Haruto and some of my friends who had walked up to our table. I was trying to leave Utaka out of the conversation, and it was working. Utaka seemed to figure out what was going on and started throwing a big tantrum. He was stomping his feet and yelling out my name. He was distracting everyone, so I decided to say this to him. If you're gonna just stand in the corner like that, why don't you just go home?
No, I'm not leaving. No way. I am not going to let you marry someone other than me, damn it. And if I can't marry you, then I'm gonna ruin this wedding.
You're seriously going to do this? Today's supposed to be the best day of my life, and now you've completely ruined it. This isn't funny.
Ha 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 ha! Well, it is to me. Now everyone knows that you used to date a troublemaker like me. You must be so embarrassed right now.
But that's when Haruto walked up to Utaka. He looked really angry, and I had no idea what he was about to do.
You really don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Huh? What are you trying to say?
Look around you, asshole.
What?
And when Utaka turned around to look at his surroundings, he was shocked at what he saw. He immediately let out a shriek and fell to the ground. What he saw was Haruto's family, all standing behind him with their arms crossed. The reason Utaka was intimidated by them was because all of Haruto's relatives looked terrifying. And they don't just look terrifying, they're actually a part of the Yakuza and are the real deal.
Who the hell are these people?
They're my relatives.
What? But that doesn't make any sense. They look nothing like you.
Well, he was right about that. In a family full of terrifying-looking men, Haruto was the only one that turned out good-looking and unintimidating. Apparently, his father even thought that his wife had cheated on him when he first saw Haruto's face. They took a DNA test just to be sure, and the results obviously showed that he was the father. He just looks very different from his relatives.
Sure, I might not look like them, but they're my family. I love them all, and they all love me back. They're very important to me, and I'm very important to them. And they're really pissed at you right now, you know?
So what? Is this supposed to be a threat or something?
No, it's not a threat. But you don't think that you're gonna get to go home today in one piece, right? Not after you completely ruined my wedding?
But I'm an employee of the world-renowned MoniRobo Corporation. I'm not like the rest of you assholes. I'm special. You can't threaten me like that.
What the hell are you talking about? You're not special at all. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
What did you just say?
Utaka thinks that I don't know anything and is pretending like nothing's wrong. But I know everything. I wasn't going to say this in front of all of your friends, but you've given us no choice. I'm not going to forgive you for ruining our wedding. You said you were in charge of a very important project at your workplace, but the reality is that your coworkers are just taking advantage of you. They're just making you do all the work that they don't want to do.
No, that's not...
And you don't even work for MoniRobo Corporations anymore. You got fired after screwing up your work, didn't you? Man, it's really embarrassing that a guy like you is pretending to be competent at his job.
What? What the hell? Why are you acting like you're better than me, huh? You're just a temp.
Oh, so you don't know? Well then, I'll tell you a little secret. I'm going to be the next CEO of MoniRobo Corporations. So you need to shut up and stop lying about working for us.
The next CEO? Stop lying! You never mentioned that at all when we were going out! You just pulled that out of your ass, didn't you?
I was going to tell you if we ever got married, but I was obviously never going to get married with someone like you. You never loved or respected me, so I was thinking about when to break up with you. But that's when you brought it up yourself. I couldn't thank you enough for that.
But if I had known that you were going to become the next CEO of MoniRobo Corporations, I would have never asked you to break up with me. You know what? I take it back. You can just go out with me again. I'm the only man that can truly love and care for you, so come back to me.
As soon as he found out who I actually was, he tried getting back together with me. How pathetic is he? I was hiding my identity because assholes like you kept on coming on to me hoping to marry a future millionaire. But Haruto treated me with love and respect, even though he didn't know that I was going to be the next CEO of MoniRobo Corporations.
I treated you with love and respect too! I even gave you career advice! Have you forgotten about that already?
You never gave me actual advice though. You just made fun of me and told me to get a real job. And you used to work with a lot of temps when you were still with MoniRobo Corporations, didn't you? They told me that you used to treat them like crap as well.
But they had it coming to them! Why would anyone choose to be a temp? They deserve to be ridiculed!
But you're only working a part-time job now, right? What does that make you?
Damn it!
I guess he thought I didn't know about where he was working at right now. But now that I've told everyone about what he's really up to, he's trembling and freaking out. He has a lot of pride, so I bet he feels really hurt getting his reputation tarnished. And also, I've told Haruto's family members about how you've been causing trouble for the residents of this neighborhood by claiming that you're a part of the Yakuza. They really hate when people pretend to be the Yakuza, so I'm sure they're gonna love torturing you.
But I was only joking! Everyone knew that it was a joke!
But you've been stealing people's stuff and getting away with it by claiming that you're with the Yakuza. I have all the evidence on my phone, so you're not gonna get away with this.
This isn't fair!
Fair? You've been spreading fake rumors about our relationship and bullying my workers into quitting. You have no right to talk about what's fair and what isn't. And I'm also furious that you ruined my wedding. I'm not going to forgive you for this, but I'm just going to let my new in-laws take care of things. And so, when I gave the word, Haruto's relatives all surrounded Utaka and started trying to take him away. Utaka tried his best to resist though, and he threw the mic stand and chair that was set beside him. He was making an absolute mess. Our relatives eventually managed to suppress him, but by that point, the damage had already been done. Someone was going to have to pay for everything. Haruto's relatives were absolutely furious at Utaka, and they reassured me that everything was going to be fine and took Utaka away. The party obviously had to be shut down because of the damage. We decided that it would be best to organize another after party at a later date, after we get Utaka to pay for everything.
We're not gonna let you get away with this.
What?
He doesn't look as scary as his family members, but he's definitely intimidating. I guess it's in his blood. And so, Utaka ended up getting sued and was forced to compensate the wedding venue for all the damage that he had caused. But one question remained. How was he able to pay for everything when he didn't have a job? How was he able to afford the bail? I heard that his parents cut ties with him, so he should have had no one to rely on.
Oh, well, I heard from one of my relatives that they ended up lending money to him. They don't usually lend money to people, but they made an exception because he was willing to pay a ridiculous premium. You should see the terms. The interest is crazy.
Wow, they're ruthless, aren't they?
Yeah, and I wouldn't respect any less from them. They were all furious at Utaka after all.
I heard at a later date that Utaka had trouble paying Haruto's relatives back. So now he's fishing for crabs in the Bering Sea in an attempt to make back all of the money that he had borrowed. But that's none of our business now. I was formally appointed as the new CEO of MoniRobo Corporations, and Haruto and I are supporting each other the best we can. We've had conversations about having a child already, and I'm convinced that the future of this family is bright.